The Hogs are in San Francisco for the Sweet 16, and so are we. I'm Alex Stewart, joined by Tyler Cass. And if you haven't been to San Francisco and you're wondering where's the sunshine, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. It's about par for the course. I've just given up with my hair. It's a mess, windy, cold.
Nothing colder than San Francisco in the spring. This is it. It's gray, it's windy, it's cold. It's exactly what you want. It's the true experience.
Well, and in fact, the bus driver for the media shuttle bringing me here earlier this morning, he said the exact same thing. He said the coldest winter he ever had was a San Francisco summer. So for those of you that are in the South enjoying that warm weather, maybe bring a couple jackets or just don't come. But we're here now, and we're happy to be here, and the Hogs are getting ready to play some basketball, Tyler.
Yeah, they're certainly happy to be here, I think.
Because they're inside.
Exactly. They're inside. Basketball is a sport that's played with four walls and a ceiling, and thank goodness for that, because who knows? It might rain. Only thing raining inside, we could say three-pointers,
hopefully
but
threes, yeah.
The Hogs, only two made threes against Texas Tech. I think John Calipari knows they can't recreate that shooting performance if they want to keep going.
No, he said as much. 2 for 19. He said you're not going to advance very far in this tournament. He was lucky that his defense stepped up, kept St. John's, from really being the team that they could have been. I know they're not great shooting historically this season, but they sort of found a rhythm. Cal able to break that.
Yeah, exactly. And now they've had a little bit of chance to get used to the sight lines, if you will. It's an NBA arena. It's a bigger stage than they've played in pretty much at any point this season. I mean, you got a little taste of that with the Kansas City on Thanksgiving Day, the Madison Square Garden of it all, and now we're going to see if that experience pays off on the biggest of stages.
Well, the Hogs, no strangers to big stages, metaphorically, of course, playing in the best teams in the country, in the SEC. They play everybody good. They don't really get blown out. They had 2 really bad losses, Mizzou and Tennessee, but outside of that, it's been under 10 points every loss against top-tier teams. So I think they are ready for the big stage.
And that was even during that start, that 0-5 SEC start. The narrative, other than a couple games like you mentioned, was, man, they really seem like they're right there. And now, as we've seen, this is a much better team than they were during that start to SEC play. It's now a much more complete team thanks to some injuries. And the freshmen, the thing that John Calipari is known for, his star freshmen, they've come along. They've played a full season.
Yeah, those 3 being Billy, Carter, and then, as you mentioned, with the injuries, Boogie, who is back on the court. Boogie Fland, Cal said, he's only going to play maybe, 10 to 15 minutes. Tried 24. He played 24 in his first game back, then logged 20 in the second against St. John's for 44 minutes. I think he's back. I think he's ready. I think he's fully healthy and ready to go.
And really, all these freshmen at this point feel ready to go, and I think they said as much after practice today.
We all stay in the same dorm in Fayetteville, so, we have discussions about times like this, and, they shine when the lights are bright.
Being a freshman, learning from other guys, like the veterans like Nelly, they all teach me stuff. So just having them, teaching me everything, and just playing off of them, learning from them, and just playing, or going out there playing hard.
Yeah, it's very interesting to watch them all in practice. A lot of intensity, a lot of just enthusiasm out there, especially from those guys. Again, to Boogie, he looked healthy, he looked good, no real limitations whatsoever. He was out there shooting, hitting shots, which is always great to see ahead of a basketball game. Carter doing what he does, being aggressive. And Billy Richmond, man, they were just doing these nice little layup drills. And Billy was going hard in the paint, dunking on Coach. They said, Okay, Billy, that's what you're about. Billy the kid showing up on the West Coast.
And you love to see, Billy Richmond is an absolute joy to watch on the basketball court. There's a touch of chaos there, sometimes in a great way, sometimes in a, oh gosh, kind of way. But that's just what he brings to the team. And if they get good Billy Richmond, you really start to like your chances in this one.
That is the one thing Coach Cal has said basically all season with Billy is playmaker. But, man, he does some stuff where you go, why?
He doesn't have that fear. There's a lot of fear that comes along with being a freshman, and Cal's also talked about that. Some guys, they miss 2 shots, it's going to turn into 5 missed shots, or they're going to stop taking shots. Billy's not going to stop as long as he's out there on the court. That's why you love him, though, that motor that just keeps going.
He is the guy that when you need a play, he can get you that play, get your team right back in it, feeling good. I don't know, Tyler. Overall, excited. Your thoughts kind of on this matchup with Texas Tech. They're number 3 seed coming into this tournament. Big wins, big team. 2 really big, intense guys we're going to talk about a little bit later. But, man, they pose a very difficult challenge, different from what the Razorbacks have seen in the first round.
Yeah, look, 3 games in a row now where Arkansas is the underdog. That's what happens in the NCAA tournament when you're a double-digit seed and just keep winning. But the path doesn't feel as clear as those first couple games. We knew how Kansas struggled. You saw it down the stretch with the Razorbacks able to force key turnover after key turnover. And then St. John's came in with this reputation, the big, bruising defensive team that could go ice cold at times. And that's what happened. They just didn't hit the shots. The path was there. Texas Tech, they have a few different kind of ways to beat you. And, I mean, I think John Calipari even said it after practice today. He's very familiar with what Texas Tech brings to the table, going back decades.
I'm watching tape, and I say in that league to have that record, to go on the road and win the games he's won, that team, he's got them to playing together and for each other. They can shoot the three, or if you try to take that away, they can post it. And they play that way. And they'll figure out where there's an advantage, and they go right after it.